Stash Sneakers Day is happening on August 8th, this Friday. 8 grails of restocking. In this video, I'll tell you everything you need to know, drop time, etc. And I also did a little test run for you guys. That's right, they did a launch, a fake launch today. They put up the Velvet Browns, the Travis Scotts, and you weren't actually allowed to purchase the sneaker, but we get to see how it looks like, how one of these releases, one of these restocks might end up looking like. And you had to answer a question. It was like a riddle, and then you had to scan an image with your phone. It was kind of like what Nike is doing on the sneakers app with certain releases, but a little bit more interesting. And by the way, I've failed miserably because this was to test your speed, right? Because they counted how many seconds it took for you to answer everything until you reach your destination where you can actually cart the sneaker. And my timing was awful. More on that later in the video. I just think it's very important for you to see what it looks like in case you were thinking of joining before Friday. Important note, if you want to participate, you got to be from EU, UK. They won't ship your sneaker to US, so only EU, UK people, and also you got to join before Friday. So either tonight when you're watching this video or tomorrow, but not on Friday. It's too late, buddy. And I'll explain why when I show you when the sneakers were released and so on. But I do have some good news for US people as well. In my last video, I was all secretive. I was like, I have something very important to tell you. I can't share it yet. It is top secret. And then I found out one of you hit me in the comments and you were like, bro, we know what it is. So yeah, Stash Sneakers is also gonna do a lot of US stuff in the future as well. Now, to be fair, they already have been doing US stuff and covering a lot of US releases as well, but I think, and I don't want to take credit, but it's because I kept nagging. Like for you guys, I kept asking, how about this sneaker? Do you know the stock numbers for this? Do you know the size by size numbers for this? And what about this shock drop? And I just kept asking and kept asking. And Maddie over at Stash Sneakers and Ivor as well, the founder, they kept, allow me to share a lot of stuff. And I think somewhere along the way, they just noticed there's a lot of US people interested in their group, and they finally decided to pull the trigger, so it is official. By the way, I got a huge little surprise for you guys in US. A massive restock will happen on Sneakers US only on Kobe Day. Bunch of sneakers are coming back. It's gonna be, I think, if I'm believing what I'm seeing, it's gonna be one of the biggest yet, so that'll be interesting. My personal dream would be that they bring back the Grinches, but I live in Sweden, I can't even order it, but it would just be fun to see Nike bring that back. Even if I can't purchase it, maybe one of you guys can, but that would be dope. Of course, I'm talking about the green Grinches, not the red ones. I already copped them. I sold them. Oh man, I kind of regret that one. So anyway, back to Stash Sneakers Day. This is what the test launch looked like for the Travis Scott Velvet Browns. And first I had to answer a question, and it was how many songs are on his album Astro World. Of course, I'm not a Travis fan, so I had to Google it. And this is extremely important. Like, if you participate, have your phone nearby so you can Google stuff, right? Because you gotta be ready. So sit near your computer and have the phone nearby, because you're gonna need an extra device. So you can't just be on the PC. I would highly recommend you start on your mobile in case you gotta scan an image, and then whatever you gotta do, you're also doing it on your PC just to be safe. And then you have an extra tab for Google, so you can Google whatever the question is. In that way, you'll be a lot faster, because it took me a while to Google, because I actually did it on my phone and I wasted a lot of time. But the right answer for that is 17. Of course, you got to do the prove that you're a person. Be ready for that one as well. I didn't have any troubles with that. I just clicked on the bicycle images and went right through. So that's a good thing, because some of these are really, really annoying. This wasn't. This one was smooth. And then I had to scan an image, and it said, literally explained where that image was, and it was on the home page. So even though it was very clear, it took me a little while to try it out, and I wasn't certain. So I clicked on the browser on the home page, and I just scanned the entire thing, and there was this image of Stash Sneakers Day, and of course it worked. So I used my phone to scan the monitor. So be ready for stuff like that as well. And then eventually I got through and I saw the sneaker, and you know, I had like, I think, I don't know, you probably see it here or over there, but I think it was 60 seconds, a minute, maybe a little more, 67 seconds, and that is not good. So if you know, if your timing is more than a minute, you're not gonna get them, because you know the stock is not gonna be that high for these sneakers. But if you're fast, because I saw in the chat some people were extremely fast, they did it in like 20 seconds, 17 seconds, and you know, compare that with mine, and obviously I wouldn't be able to purchase the sneaker. But you know, on Friday I will be more ready, and I think it's a very good look for them to just let us try this out. And yeah, kudos to Stashed for doing this. But anyway, this is the drop time for all 8 sneakers this Friday. 9 o'clock in the morning, they start with a bang, Velvet Browns. And 10 o'clock, we got the Air Max Neons. 11 o'clock, Brick by Brick Jordan 4. 12 o'clock, Honey Blacks. 1300, 1 o'clock, we got Medium Olive Travis Scott. 14, 2 o'clock, we have the Lil Yachty sneaker. I still think that is the most hideous release this year, and Complex Sneakers, they praise it like it's the sneaker of the year. That's crazy to me. And then 3 o'clock, we have Union Chicago Shadows, and finally at 4 o'clock, we have Undefeated Force. So that is the drop time. So that is basically what it looks like. Now I want to share what Ivor over at Stash Sneakers wrote in the important channel in Discord about this particular event, so you're covered, so you know everything. All right, so he wrote, on August 8th, we're restocking 8 grails. They're all dropping on our drop site, stashsneakers.com. You can currently check out a test drop. I'll also leave the link in the description so you can try it out yourself. We start at 9 o'clock Central Eastern Time and drop 1 pair every hour. See the image below. Access is only after having solved 1 or more challenges. So the Velvet Browns, there was actually 2 challenges. So I guess that's a little harder tier, right? And some of them might have 1 challenge, but not more than 2. All clues, hints, and more will be announced here, so keep notifications on. There will also be a YouTube live stream. Oh shit, I didn't even know that. That's cool, all right? Stock amounts are limited and you'll have to be quick. We don't have enough pairs for everyone. We won't reveal stock amounts because anything under an unlimited amount won't sound enough. Fair? All stock is pairs we copped ourselves by using this community and our first access. And even though we received an unpleasant message from a powerful and significant third party, we hope we can keep this event and site up. What? All right, so Nike? What? I didn't notice. I didn't read the announcement before I press record. What? Okay, and we're just warming up with this event because we have too much heat releasing soon. To name some: Travis Fragment, Undefeated Force, Mamba, Kobe Day Sneakers, US Restock, Nigel Sylvester Air Jordan 1 Low, and Yu-Gi-Oh! Air Max 95. Also, we may see a big restock in the EU UK soon as well. Okay, I didn't even know that. There's a lot of new stuff in this post. I was hesitant about reading all of this because it's gonna be too long. Now I'm actually grateful that I did and that you see my initial reaction to everything. So anyway, that's it. That's what it looks like. Of course, I will try to participate and I will try to cop some of these sneakers. I want the Velvet Browns, Medium Olives, but it's gonna be hard. And you know, if you want to participate, this is a good opportunity for you to do that. And also, if you want to be a member, you can join through the link in my description. I also want to say, like, even though I promote Stash Sneakers a lot, I don't get paid from them. I do get a little, you know, the 30% rate if you join through my link. But honestly, I don't know how many times I said this on my channel. If you join, I don't care how you join. You can use the link if you want to. You can just go straight to the source. I'm just being honest. And also, the reason I work with Stashed and have an affiliate link is just because there's a lot of people reaching out to me. You know, 50,000 subscribers, it gives you some leverage, and also almost 50 million views in total for the channel since it started 2.5 years ago. So there's been a lot of people reaching out, and I turned down everybody. And trust me, there were some deals, you know, it would be a very quick cash grab for me, but then it would just end up being annoying. I would be forced to shove it down your throat and just promote a bunch of stuff that you don't want to hear about, like maybe 60 seconds, 2 minutes and stuff like that. They actually require you to do that if you take people's money. I only promote stats because they give me access to information that nobody else on YouTube has, and they actually treat me extremely good. And I was actually a member long before we started working like this. So that's, and you know, if I have the link, it's basically me telling you can trust these guys. So you can join through my link. You don't have to do that. You can join through the website. I do not care, but I do want to say this, and I said this last event as well. If you're thinking of joining just for this event, don't do it. If you want to join because you want to be prepared for all these restocks and all these sneakers that are coming, that is a better way to do it. That's my honest opinion, and you're not going to be disappointed in case you don't purchase any of these sneakers this Friday. I'm just being completely transparent with you. Do whatever you want, and thank you for trusting me. Thank you for being here as always. We got a lot of stuff to talk about, Undefeated 4s and everything. Okay, the battery is going out, so yeah, thank you for watching the entire video. As always, I'll see you on the next one.